just want to get this up on screen for those of you in the YouTube land. We're surrounded by three spirits, according to the Ghost Radar. What is going on? Welcome to the show. It's Saturday night, and they're sticking around. Well, now they left. Well, which kind of sets the scene for tonight's show because, ladies and gentlemen, much like a week ago tonight, we are going to do some ITC. Now, if you missed last Saturday's show, let me just tell you that there was some profound activity here. And nothing dark, nothing horrible, but just some presence. And it was really amazing. And if you haven't seen last Saturday's show, go watch it. But if you're crunched for time and don't have time to watch the full 2 hours, then I did make a video. It's called "What You Missed," and it highlights some of the peak moments. And there were so many throughout the course of the show. When I was editing together that shorter video, it was extraordinarily hard because I'm like, oh, I want to include that. I want to include that. I want to include that. But then I just had to get real diligent about it and just say, I can't include everything, but I'm hoping people will go check out the full video then. So, but we're going to see if we can do the same tonight. Just make contact. And again, I need to put this out there. This isn't, my passion for this is manyfold, doing investigations, but one of the key driving indicators is that I think if there are spirits or entities that are stuck, I think that's got to be a special kind of hell, a special kind of torment, because they may not know what the hell's going on. They may not know why they can't move on, why they're stuck, why nobody sees them. They may not know they've passed on. There's so many things they may not know. And I mean, one of the things that I'm a real proponent of is to try to help and try to, make a difference and maybe help some of these entities cross over if they haven't already. And if they're trying to and looking for the way, then, maybe we can help bring them to that. So it's also incredibly fascinating to me to try to make contact because so many stories that we've covered, so many experiences I've had personally, so many experiences many of you out there have had where you've seen and experienced ghostly apparitions, presences, seen things that shouldn't be possible happen. And it shows that we are certainly not fully aware of the world that we occupy. We are aware of segments of it, but it's so tuned to our three dimensions and our three-dimensional, senses. So we're utilizing tonight later some ITC applications. ITC is a terminology. It means instrumental transcommunication, in order to utilize devices to help us to make contact, to communicate, because I'm personally not able to just, tune in and, talk and have conversations like, maybe many of you are, maybe some of you are, maybe just a few of you are, but I'm certainly not one of them. So I have to rely on devices in order to make that contact. And we're going to try that tonight. Hopefully we can make some meaningful contact. Again, I spent a lot of time tuning the atmosphere here and, hopefully keeping everything real positive and light, but, time will tell. But anyway, if you're uncomfortable with that and with the prospect of doing that, then, I completely understand if you don't want to stick around for it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, and I don't mean to impose this on everybody, but it's definitely not a lot different, probably not different at all in an energetic point of view than watching, any ghost investigation shows, videos on YouTube or on the networks. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. They are actively trying to make contact and to substantiate presences, and it's no different from what we're doing here in a much more limited fashion, because I don't have the ability to stream with you and to run around and and do all kinds of experiments in different locations and such. So it's pretty much the same thing. So if you watch ghost videos, really this is no different. I know some people are worried that somehow this the presences will shoot through the wires or something, and maybe that's possible. I don't know about that personally, because I don't think presences rely on our infrastructure to move around. I don't think spiritual presences require whether it's fiber optic or cable or whatever to shoot around the world. I think that they are existing in a state of energetic being, and they can be wherever they want to be, unless they are stuck, and then that's a whole different can of worms. So anyway, that's on the roster tonight. Of course, we're going to do the news. We're going to do the Discord question of the week to wrap up this week. Remember, coming up next Wednesday is a live show, but after that, it's going to be until through the 25th, there will be no live shows scheduled. I will still stream here and there. So if you're new to the channel, or if you're just starting to get plugged into all this, then please make sure you're subscribed. Please make sure to ring the bell. Now, I've gotten claims from people out there that, hey, the bell doesn't work. I got notification way after the show started. I'm sorry about that. That's well out of my control, but all we can do is just do our best. But watch social media as well. Follow us on Facebook, or check out paranormalportal.net for all of our social media links, so you can get tied into all of it. Because if I do stream throughout the next couple of weeks after Wednesday, I'll do my best to put out a notification like, hey, I'm going to go live, and love to have you join me. So just putting it out there. That's there's a lot of things going on in the next couple of weeks. One of which, of course, is this. Where the hell is it? No, it closed again. Ah, damn it. Sorry. I got to keep opening this thing. I don't know how it closes, if I'm just kind of like losing my melon here. Maybe it is open and I didn't see it. Let me just look again. Nope. It's definitely not open. So I got to open it because I want to talk to you about the Spokane Valley Sasquatch Roundup that's coming up on the 17th of this month, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, a week from today is when this is going on. So if you can be in the area in Spokane Valley, Washington, I would love to have you stop by over there, because I'm going to be there. Don's going to be there, and so is Sheldon. Sheldon's actually making the big journey to come hang out with us. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and it would be even more fun to have an opportunity to meet some of you if you can make it there. So this is happening at the Spokane Valley Event Center in Spokane, Washington. And here's the flyer for it. Spokane Valley Sasquatch Roundup. This is hosted by Extreme Expeditions Northwest LLC and our good friend, Mr. Stephen Major. And he does a hell of a job putting on events. He's done several, and every one of them have been just outstanding. So Dr. Jeff Meldrum's going to be speaking there, as is Cliff Barrickman, Ken Gerhard, Michael Freeman, Michael Thompson, who is an author out of Alaska, writes about the Bigfoot subject, and my good friend, Mr. Charles Howard Johnson. So all of these gentlemen I've met except for Michael Freeman and Michael Thompson, but I will be meeting them. I'm sure they're wonderful people as well. This is all happening Saturday, June 17th, 2023, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And then there's a VIP dinner to follow if you have the VIP package. But if you're interested in going to the VIP dinner and having the VIP package, which also includes some special seating at the main events as well, but you have to buy those in advance. Those aren't going to be available at the door. General admission you can buy in advance through the website that I'm going to be announcing in a second, or you can buy them at the door of the event at the Spokane Valley Event Center in Spokane, Washington. And again, if you're interested in taking part or you can be there, and it would be wonderful if you could. But for more information, go to www.exnorthwest.com. And that's where you can find more information about buying tickets in advance or the VIP packages that are available. And the good thing about it is there's going to, for general admission and VIP, of course, there's going to be hourly drawings with some incredible prizes. And the grand prize is apparently a helicopter flight around the area. And I don't know if you've ever been up in a helicopter before, but it's really spectacular. I was up in one in when I was in Hawaii and years ago, but it's just incredible just to be sitting up there looking down. So this is going to be an epic event. Again, Saturday, June 17th, doors open at, I think 8:30, but the maybe even 8, but the actual speaking engagements will start at 9. And so I hope you guys can make it. If you can, stop by, say hello, hang out with us, Don, Sheldon, and I, as well as this whole incredible host of amazing speakers. So it should be a brilliant time. So hopefully we'll see you there. This is the 3rd annual Spokane Valley Sasquatch Roundup. So I'm excited. I'm going to be emceeing the thing. So I'm a little bit nervous too, because I've never done that. I don't know. Got to sit down and write down some things to say. When I do the shows, I'm just off the cuff. I mean, I'm just here hanging out with you guys, flapping my gums. But I suppose I should probably have more of a plan if I'm emceeing. So anyway, that'll be coming up. Hopefully you guys can be there, at least in some regard. I'd love to see you. So again, we got the Ghost Radar cooking. As you saw when I first turned on the screen, there were 3 detections. Again, as you're looking at these different things that I have set up, no one of them is absolutely certain, like, oh, you've got a spirit there. But together with several different opportunities to make a presence known, I think if we get hits on a couple of them, it's pretty convincing that we may very well be dealing with an intelligent presence. And I sure hope so. I'm really excited by all of this. So this will be up on screen again over on the table here. I've got the whole setup. It's not on yet, but the balls, the little cat balls are on, so they could flash at any time. And I'll try to leave them up on the screen should anything choose to touch them. And there's a couple behind me here, right down here. There's 2 of them there, and there's 2 on the table over, well, it's on your screen, it's over there. So if anything flags those, then we'll know we're in business. So initially, I'm not going to worry about having this screen up and on, because none of that stuff is turned on and running yet. So we'll get that going after the Discord question of the week, and then we'll ride it out, just see if we can make some contact. So definitely stick around, because last weekend it was pretty phenomenal. I mean, I was blown away. special thanks again to for last night's show. We had Batman and Bad Boy channel in here, and Bad Boy bought I don't know how many gifted memberships to the channel, but it was just incredible. And on top of several donations that came in from all of you, and Batman bought 5 gifted memberships as well. And those are automatically distributed. I don't have any control over who gets them or how. It's just, gifted 5, and then it'll just randomly distribute them to people that are in the channel watching the live show. So, but special thanks to everybody for all your generosity last night. It was really, it really blew me away. I've been doing this for a while, and I've gotten some really, incredible generosity throughout the years of doing this. We've had many people that are, still a part of the audience that are, have really stepped up and done some incredible stuff to help keep moving the show forward. Kay Love's another one that's been incredible. And, Maggie, everything counts. Everything counts. Eliza has given so much. Android's given. So many of you, and I can't thank you personally and remember every name, but just know that it really means a lot. I have a hard time asking for anything, and because I was having a conversation with Batman on Discord, private conversation, and it's like, I have a hard time ever asking, because maybe it's twofold. Maybe it's my pride for one. But it's also, I see so many channels out there farming their audience. And to me, it just feels horrible. And so I don't ever want it to be like, hey, I'm here just farming the cash you're going to throw at me. I don't ever want that to be the motivation. Of course, I love doing the show. I love hanging out with you all. But you guys have all been amazing. And your kindness, your generosity, your support, the likes, the shares, everything, the comments when you're watching a video that's not live is wonderful. All of you that are in the chat room, in the Discord, I am absolutely blessed with an incredible audience with all of you. So I don't probably, I try to always be gracious and thankful, but just please know that everything that you guys do and have brought to the show has just made it incredible, and all the growth you guys have brought to the show. And it's not all monetary, just promoting it in your own way and letting people know in your own way. I have you guys to thank for everything. So thank you so much. And, just know that it really means the world to me, because when I'm doing this show, I'm living my dream. And living a dream is powerful in its own right. But to know that dream matters to you guys as well is just the greatest, incredible gift that I could ever ask for. So thank you all for making my dream a part of your world. That's just so powerful. So thank you all. I just wanted to take a moment, because last night I was rattled. I'd never seen so much come through all at once, and it was like, wow. And again, I'm not minimizing all the wonderful, things that people have done in the past. It's just collectively, it was like, wow. I don't know that I deserve all of this, but I sure am thankful that you guys found the show and that you've made it your home. So thank you all for that. Thank you guys, and all the chat comments that you guys are giving now. Thank you so much. It really means the world to me. We love what you do. Thank you. Brent rocks. Thanks, Vegas. I appreciate it, brother. I saw electric force field. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Rock. What is that? Rock Crocker? Crocker? Wow. I was walking home from the drugstore. Wow. Wonder if that was a portal that you saw or something. That's strange. Okay. All right. Well, I've been flapping my lips for a while now. Let's get to the news. But just a special thank you. You guys are amazing. And I don't know if I deserve you, but I'm so glad you're here. All right, let's get to some news and find out. I've only got, I think, 3 or 4 articles tonight. It is probably going to go pretty quick. But anyway, let's find out. I don't even remember what I pulled up, so we're both going to be surprised. All right, let's get into it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paranormal Portal News Desk. I'm your anchor, Brent Thomas, and I'm going to bring you some news, whether you want it or not. All right, the first article is coming from a site that I use every night. I just love this site, and this is unexplained-mysteries.com. And it's brilliant, just a great site. Please support what they're doing. I know I say that all the time, but I do like to promote sites that I find that are just doing an incredible job, you know, and the material is so timely and up to date and relevant. So first up comes an article from unexplained-mysteries.com from June 10th today. And this is surprising. I love this news, but it's from Modern Mysteries segment of unexplained-mysteries.com. Lost children found alive in rainforest 40 days after plane crash. And that's amazing. I don't know any of this story at all, but I guess it's a good thing they crashed in a rainforest, because generally there's lots of fruits and things to eat, I guess. But the children were miraculously found very much alive after a massive search effort spanning more than 5 weeks. It's a story that might sound like something straight out of a Hollywood movie, but this real-life tale of survival in a hostile environment against all odds is very much the real deal. The 4 siblings, they were just 4 siblings, okay, aged 13, 9, 4, and 1, had been traveling to San Jose del Guaviare aboard a Cessna 206 light aircraft with their mom and 2 pilots when the plane experienced engine problems and ended up crash landing in Colombia's Amazon rainforest. All 3 of the adults died, but the children managed to survive. Oh, that's both tragic and wonderful. I mean, my God, it could have been all of them had passed, but all the kids made it. What a blessing. What followed was a remarkable feat of survival and endurance as the youngsters, looked after by the eldest sibling, who was only 13, wandered into the jungle to look for help. Meanwhile, a massive search and rescue operation was being carried out, involving dozens of soldiers who scoured the dense rainforest for any clues as to the survivors' whereabouts. As the weeks went on, they found evidence including footprints. Couple more. Including footprints and objects that the children had dropped, leading them to believe that they could still be alive. Eventually, after 40 days alone in the jungle, the children were finally located. They had since been airlifted to hospital where they are receiving treatment. I'm very grateful, and to Mother Earth as well, that they were set free, their grandmother said. Wow. So they made it. Wow. That is incredible. Very cool. Very tragic, of course, because they lost their mother. But, you know, I don't know. I hope there's enough family to take care of those children so that they won't have to be separated or something. That would be tragic to make it through all of that. So, well, God bless them. That's cool. All right. Sorry. Got to get a drink. There we go. That's the first one up tonight. And a happy one, I guess. You know, could have been all tragic, but at least there was some beauty in that story. And they made it after 40 days. That 13-year-old must be incredible to keep them all going for that amount of time. That's amazing. So that's the first one up tonight. Next up, we're going to get to a story from Unexplained-Mysteries as well. And this one's having to do with the UFO phenomena. And this is apparently something that happened over in England or Great Britain, somewhere. And the article is from unexplained-mysteries.com. Unidentified object spotted over UK during Red Arrows air show. And I believe Red Arrows is kind of their Blue Angels, is what it sounds like. I wasn't familiar with this flight crew or any of their reputation, but I'm sure they're phenomenal. But it says, spectators of the aerial display couldn't help but noticing that something else had joined the famed aircraft for the display. The incident, which occurred at Torbay Air Show on June 3rd at around 5:33 p.m., saw a crowd of onlookers watch in awe as the Royal Air Force Red Arrows performed their signature display high above them. Some people, however, noticed that something else had decided to join. According to a photographer who captured an image of a UFO on camera, the object was traveling at speeds of at least 1,000 miles per hour and had shot right through the middle of their display. They were in formation when suddenly, without warning, a black anomalous object shot right through the middle of their formation at terrific speed. I could hardly believe what I was seeing. This object must have been going at least 1,000 miles per hour as it passed dangerously close to the red arrows as it shot off and disappeared from view. Another spectator, Emma Smith, also photographed the object. I was going back through my red arrows photograph that I took near Paddington Pier at around 5:45 p.m. on Saturday, and I noticed a black speck fairly close to the aircraft, she wrote. I zoomed in and I couldn't quite believe what I was seeing. It was the shape of a spinning top and definitely was not a speck on my lens. I only have an iPhone, but the zoom capacity is fairly decent. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the actual images for those of you on YouTube. You can see that, and yeah, that's really surprising. I guess we can look. It's on a Twitter feed here from Landon McCann, who took these images. Here's the first one, and it looks like a top, like a spinny top. And there it is, actually in the middle of the formation. Yeah, that's awful close. I don't know if it was going the same direction or opposite or whatever, but yeah. And there's a blur. Could be a booger for all I know, but looks like a UFO, I guess. It's very small, whatever it is. It's not very large. So is it manned? Probably not. But that's pretty profound. It does seem, and maybe it's just me, but it does seem like these things are happening more and more, or more and more people are paying attention. They're not just dismissing this out of hand. So I think that's pretty phenomenal. What do you think? Is it really a UFO? Well, it's a UFO in the traditional sense. It's not identified. It was flying in a formation of other craft that didn't seem to be aware that it was supposed to be there. So it's definitely anomalous. Whatever the case, that's a UFO. Is it alien? Well, we don't know that, but it definitely wasn't supposed to be there. All right, let's continue on and go to the next one here on the News Fest of Fun on the Paranormal Portal, because we got some words from the Pope. This one's from June 11th, I guess, or the 5th, actually. Today's the 11th. Well, tomorrow's the 11th. This is, I think unexplained-mysteries.com must be over in Europe somewhere or somewhere abroad, because they're always a day ahead. But as of the 5th, this article is the Pope comments on Virgin Mary statue's Tears of Blood controversy. And I hadn't heard anything about this, so I kind of popped onto this and was like, what, really? The pontiff's intervention came in response to a case of a woman who's under investigation for allegedly faking miracles. Maria Giuseppe Scarpula, I guess, is certainly no stranger to divine intervention. For many years, she had attracted considerable crowds to a statue of Virgin Mary at a park near Lake Bracciano, where various miracles, including the weeping of tears of blood, had allegedly occurred. While many of those in attendance had prayed to the statue for healing, local Bishop Marco Salvi recently called upon people to boycott the scene while an investigation could be carried out. According to reports, several of Scarpula's followers had complained that they had been scammed, and a private investigator found evidence to suggest that the blood on the statue was from a pig. Not really the divine tears of the Virgin, I guess. Scarpula herself has a history of dubious conduct, including bankruptcy, fraud, and had set up a foundation accepting donations that she claimed would go towards setting up a children's center. As things stand, she still attends the statue at the park, but her audience is significantly reduced. Don't look there, Pope Francis recently stated during an interview. There are images of the Madonna that are real, but the Madonna has never drawn attention to herself. I like to see her with her finger pointing up to Jesus. When Marian devotion is too self-centered, it's not good, both in the devotion and in the people who carry it forward. Well, yeah, I suppose. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, there you go. Is it real? Well, allegedly it's pig's blood. What if it's just trying to discredit this woman? I mean, it could be. I don't know. I have no skin in this game at all. I do believe miracles happen. I believe they happen actually with regularity. Honestly, I think there's always the potential for miracles to happen, but I don't know if crying statues, crying tears of blood is one of them or not. It does seem like kind of a macabre gesture for a divine display, but I don't pretend to know the mind of God either. So what do I know? Not much. Not much on this stuff anyway. All right. And that's actually going to conclude our news for tonight. So I hope you guys felt like you were informed, like you gained a little piece of knowledge or information you didn't have before, and you feel like a more well-rounded individual ready to face the rest of your weekend. All right. That's going to wrap it up for the news. Let's get back to the rest of the show here and get to the question of the week. Oh my God. Wow. Apparently, I'm just looking for verification here, but not that I doubt you guys, but I didn't see it come through. Bad Boy just gifted 5 more subs. Bad Boy. I don't came through again, 5 more memberships. Wow, that is so cool. I'm stunned. Thank you so much. I will tell you that I not that I'm complaining, but I had to work for about 3 hours to redo the credits today to add all the new names and line it all up and get it on screen because I have that thank you screen at the end of the show. So, but I'm happy to edit again. And not that's, I don't want to discourage anybody from becoming a member, but that's incredible. Howdy, Mom. Good to see you. But thank you, Bad Boy. You get a clap. Thank you so much, brother. I don't have the words, but it means the world. Thank you. All right. Very cool. All right. So let me keep my game face on here because it's time for a segment that I really love to do. I've been having a good time with this, and you guys have brought incredible ideas to the front and center with your reflections on these different paranormal phenomena that we talk in the Discord question of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Creepy, growly stuff. Gotta love it. That's what we do here. Brent, Cryptids Canada had a house fire and lost everything. She's okay, though. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's horrible. Well, at least she's okay. I mean, it's heartbreaking because, anytime you lose your home, it's absolutely devastating. But, yeah, please send your prayers and love to her, and I hope that she bounces back quickly. Hopefully she has good insurance. I just can't think of how that would feel. But at least she got out. She wasn't in there when it happened, I hope. But I don't know. That's really a heartbreaker. I'm so sorry to hear that. So my heart and prayers goes out to Cryptids Canada, because that's got to be absolutely devastating. Wow. So sorry to hear that. You can't replace the sentimental stuff. Well, yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I'm just saying, if you have the insurance, at least you have some recourse, to hopefully help you rebuild your life quicker. To have nothing and just to lose everything and then have no recourse is just about the most nightmarish scenario. So I hope at least that she's okay in that way. For sure. Yeah. So yeah, we'll send our love and certainly, if there's a GoFundMe or whatever that she has set up, please post it in here. Maybe somebody will be able to help. But that's tragic. I'm so sorry to hear that. But this is it seems weird. Sorry about the fire, but I don't mean to sound like a dick, so I apologize, but I don't know. Just feel free to post anything that will help. So that is awful. Yeah, you're right, bad boy. Okay, so we are going to do the Discord question of the week, and this one also has to do with ghosts, which I guess is timely because we're kind of focused on ghosts tonight anyway, but we came up with this question last night. Sheldon and I were grilling in our minds coming up with these, and if any of you have questions that you'd like asked, please by all means let me know, because I sure could use the help. Sometimes it's agonizingly hard to think, what can we ask? What can we ask? Not because I don't have a million questions, but because I'm always thinking, did I already ask that? Did I ask something too close to that? And I'm going, back and referencing, and it gets to be this long process. So if you have questions that you'd like answered, and it can be anything, it can be ghosts, it can be UFO, it can be strange phenomena, it can be cryptozoology, whatever questions you have, feel free to send them to me, and we'll get everybody's take on it. So the link to join the Discord, if you're not already a member, is posted, or it's pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. But for those of you listening live on TFR, iHeart, TuneIn, and TalkStream Live, you can go to https://discord.gg/paranormal portal. And that should bring you right to our server, which will look just like what I have up on the screen here. But for those of you listening, you can't see it, but it's not a tough thing to learn and to use. It's just awkward at first because you got to just it's like moving into a new town. When you first move into a new town, same thing for new software. You just got to figure out where is the things that I need and how do I get to them. And once you learn that, it's pretty easy. And there is actually a Discord tutorials discussion that we have in the server. So if you get in the server, just look for on the left-hand side, there's all these different topics. On the top is Discord tutorial. And you can watch some videos to kind of get your feet wet on how Discord works. So, but ultimately you just click on one of these threads and then read what people are posting. And if you have something to post of your own in some of these threads, click on them, put your link in there, paste your link, whatever. So we are talking about question of the week, which is a specific thread that I have here on the server. And tonight's question is hopefully a good one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. But it's question of the week, Saturday show. Many have claimed and experienced physical spiritual attacks. These attacks can be in the form of being pushed, scratched, hit, or other forms of touch. And usually, sometimes it's just a hand on the shoulder. Sometimes it's a poke. Sometimes it's getting your hair yanked. Sometimes you get pushed in the stairs. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to who have experienced being pushed down the stairs. It's actually shocking and horrifying. But scratches are real commonly regarded as negative spiritual contact. So the question being, given that these are energetic beings, how do you think this is accomplished? Is this some form of telekinesis as an energetic type of attack? Telekinesis meaning being able to influence or move objects with thought, with the thought energy, or on a person, or could it be a manifestation of their body to some degree, allowing them to make physical contact with the person? Or what do you think is going on here? So essentially it's, oftentimes we think of ghosts as these, and I realize this sounds kind of condescending, but these insubstantial creatures, like these beings, they don't have the physical form that we have to be able to influence objects. But obviously people see doors slamming, they get, things moving, chandelier swinging, whatever, chairs getting touched, pushed, whatever. So it does show that they're able to reach out somehow and to create change in the physical world around them. So first one to weigh in was Smokin' Joe. And Smokin' Joe says, maybe it's just like a large, strong electrical shock where it will throw you if it's strong enough. I don't know. Good question, though. Makes me think. Yeah, and certainly, I guess you have to think in terms of energy because they don't have a body that we can perceive. I think they have a spiritual body or a spiritual form. And some of them, may have very real physical bodies in their reality, but they're just out of phase with us. If some of them are not necessarily spiritual, but more dimensional, they may have an actual physical form, but we don't perceive it because it's not quite in our vibration, so to speak. So next up came Cryptic Chaos. That has happened to my husband before, and I honestly have no idea how it could even happen. It's like it appeared from one moment to another. If I had to guess, it's the energy they possess, but I don't understand how they get it to make it look like claw marks. You'd assume it would be like a blast of energy and it leave a circular mark but where there's a will, there's a way, maybe. Yeah. There's a saying that I grew up with, and it was given to me by my cousin Marilyn, who was like another mom to me. And my mom and Marilyn were just so close. But she always said, remember, energy follows intention. Energy follows intention. So when you intend your energy to do something, it will follow that. And, depending on the amount of focus or the amount of energy you can channel, depends on what you're able to achieve. But perhaps if these things intend to scratch you, they can focus their energy in such a way that you will experience a scratch and possibly breaking the skin or marks or whatever. So very interesting. So thank you for that thought. That's very wild. I'm sorry that your husband experienced that. I hope that's a remnant of a distant past and not something you're going through currently. But if either way, if you ever want to share your stories, I'd love to talk to you and have you as a guest on the podcast. Comment Man, Mr. Lewis is weighing in next. He says, if it was an evil one or provoked, they can use their anger to attack, or maybe it's a mark without reason. If the spirit was an animal or a child, these physical things are just ways to get humans' attention about something or even to wake a person up. Yeah. Me, I've only been possessed in my dreams multiple times and sleep paralysis, and those are also types of spiritual attack or warfare. Perhaps Bishop James Long from Ghost Adventures or Bill Bean can help us understand what's going on. Sure. I mean, yeah, I think there may be many people out there that may have a better idea. But again, in purely scientific measures, certainly there's spiritual explanations and stuff. And I'm not taking anything away from that, but we're speaking pretty specifically about the mechanics. What do you think is going on? But yeah, I mean, certainly there's no question that some spirits can do these things. It's just such a conundrum how. And if they can do it, can we do it? If we had better mastery of our energy and our faculties, could we do such things like, make a water bottle float over and, have a drink or a book or, push the chairs in at the table without having to go over there? I mean, that'd be phenomenal. All right, coming up next is Luna Moonicorn. I know poltergeists are believed to originate from a person involved or in the residence. Their psychic energy manifests the activity. Yeah, it's psychokinesis. When it happens during an investigation to someone who does not live or work in the space, I think it's different and not generated by the person who is attacked. I don't know that all of the incidents can be attributed to negative or evil entities. My theory for the physical stuff is that because we are told ghosts need a large amount of energy to move items or make noises, we can hear and so on. Perhaps not all the attacks are from ill intent. Like maybe the ghosts have tried so hard to communicate that they have built up so much energy and intent that when they can finally communicate and try to get our attention, they don't know their own strength, and it comes across as threatening sometimes, door slam or push or something. Imagine the frustration of trying to be heard and no one acknowledging you or you are even there. For them, for the psychic stuff is different, the opposite. The oppressive feelings and the changes in energy stuff is really scary. I mean, we all know that person who has that energy that drains us like an energy vampire. Or the person has bad vibes and we hate to be around them. I imagine entities can have the same effect, and maybe it is stronger because they are solely energy and not constrained by the physical, unofficial question of the week. I love the question of the week. Oh, yeah, because I did an unofficial question of the week asking if people enjoyed the question of the week and wanted it to continue. It's much along the same lines as the poll that I did on YouTube. But she says, I love the question of the week. I love to hear everyone's responses. If you want to mix it up for the summer, maybe stick a story someone's sent in, similar to when you read the blog post from Sasquatch Chronicles. I suppose there are some of us who would like to call in who just get nervous or can't call due to times or location and such. And a written story would be interesting, and maybe people can ask questions in the chat if the subject of the story is tuned in live. Yeah, no, that's a great thing. I usually save the stories for specific podcast episodes that I do that are called listener emails. You know, I love, you know, I'll save up a bunch and then do an episode just of your emails. So if any of you have stories and you don't want to call in, you're a little too nervous to do that, send me your story in an email and I'll read it on a podcast. But, you know, there's certainly, we can also cover them on the live shows. But, you know, now that the podcast episodes are shared to YouTube in a specific playlist called podcast episodes, you can tune in to the podcast through the YouTube channel, which is nice. I mean, it's hopefully if you like it, you'll go back and check out seasons 1, 2, 3. But the current season is being broadcast as it happens. The new episodes are posting right along with all the other platforms that goes automatically to YouTube as well. So thank you for that, Luna. I appreciate your feedback. And yeah, I think that's fascinating. You're right. I mean, maybe it's not actually negative. Maybe it's not intended to cause harm or to cause fear, but you're right. I've thought about that many times. What is it like to be in a space and have people traveling around you, but nobody acknowledges you? Nobody even looks at you. Nobody sees you. Nobody hears you. You scream like, come on, why are you guys ignoring me? And maybe they know they're deceased and maybe they don't. And then it's even more maddening. It's like, what is going on? You know? So yeah, I imagine there would be a lot of frustration in that. And how do you make yourself heard or noticed? Well, you keep ramping it up, I guess, you know? So that makes perfect sense. Great ideas. Chucky Danger weighs in next. He says, I think any physical contact made from a spirit is done by some sort of dimensional shift of some sort. I've experienced this when my ghost would sit down or stand on or press down on my bed. It was as real as a living person doing the same action. It's like reaching through from the upside down. Yeah, it is strange. I mean, people have experienced that being pressed down, choked, slammed against a wall, thrown downstairs, even caught when falling downstairs. There's a few stories that I've covered, and I've talked to experiencers that were falling and they felt themselves get caught, and then they're just like set down, and it's incredible. I mean, it's just amazing. So there does seem to be the ability to affect the physical world around us through energetic means. We just are not tapped into that for the most part. But thank you, Chucky. I appreciate your thoughts. K-Love, I think there is energy that is gathered up to allow pushing on objects. And for people, they can use their mind to bend spoons, for example. Yeah, that's true. There is a school for teaching and experiments in the Netherlands. I want to recommend the Netflix Surviving Death. I know you can't show this video on your live, but I wanted to post it in here because of the subject in question. It's a great series to watch. Very inspiring. Oh, very cool. Yeah. I haven't watched that. I think that's fascinating. I'll have to definitely watch it. I love shows like that. I just don't sit down and watch much TV, for obvious reasons, I guess. But, I do enjoy it. Rachel 101 comes next. She says, I think it's a concentration of something physical. Whatever the compact particles that make up a ghost, like water molecules, can be dangerous in frozen form or under extreme pressure. The mechanism for what concentrates the material, though, is a ghost to allow for contact and or physical injury. Also, what composes a ghost form, I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. If we could dial it in, and again, we often utilize EMF to detect if a ghost is around. The assumption is that ghosts therefore must be electromagnetic in some regard. And I don't think that that's the case. I think whatever they are is some form of esoteric energy that affects the EM fields of our world. I don't think that they're electromagnetic in and of themselves. There used to be an old technique that was tried by parapsychologists way back in like the 1800s, and it was called grounding. And basically, if there was a path that a ghost would constantly be seen or regularly be seen, they would put in these metal rods that would go into the earth to ground that energy and to cause it to be absorbed into the earth. And I don't think that was at all successful, but you can still understand the logic behind it, and it makes sense. But I don't think that they are electromagnetic, but I think that they're, whatever energy they are, directly impacts the EM fields of our world. So either way, it is a good indicator that there's a presence, but I don't think looking at the electromagnetic specifically is the key, but it is certainly symptomatic. So what does that mean for sure? I don't know, but I think it's some place to look. And I was trying to do research for any known energies or fields that affect the EM intensity or wavelengths, because maybe that's the key, or maybe there's something there to look for that might be better utilized for this stuff. But anyway, those are my musings personally. All right. Android Purity comes in next. Says, I have two ideas that could potentially be going on here. I do not think one of them is telekinesis, though. While that might be able to create a touch feeling, I don't understand how that could create a physical wound. Because matter is matter, right? So if you can influence matter to a degree of bending a spoon or moving something, you could maybe influence the matter that makes up our body in the same regard. But, again, it's all theoretical. I don't know. And you're absolutely right. It could be an entirely different thing. So there's many things in our air beyond oxygen, including nitrogen and even carbon. Carbon is known to make both diamonds and coal. So maybe they are gathering a bunch of carbon molecules together into a shape by using magnetic fields. It sounds like magic, but if they are able to use the magnetic field like that, like there is evidence to indicate, then there's no reason they could not magnetically move carbon molecules in the air. Oh, sure. Number two could be due to an overlap of dimensions. For a brief couple seconds, they are able to make a part of the spiritual body briefly cross the barrier between dimensions. A good example of this is dark matter and dark energy. I personally believe we cannot see dark matter and only able to know it's there by its gravity because the gravity of mass from another dimension. I believe based off the science we know today that it's likely gravity is a source of energy that can cross over between dimensions. So these spirits could essentially be using dark matter to touch or cause harm. Any matter in the other dimension would be considered dark matter. That means their hand or a knife or anything. The object carries its gravity and maybe its electromagnetic field across the dimensions, but the actual matter itself does not cross over to our dimension. Yeah, that's a great take. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of way out of my pay grade, but I think those are great ideas. I just wouldn't know how to, if it's possible to test that, because by virtue of being in another dimension, are there other laws that wouldn't respond the same to our dimension? And so I guess it's an enigma of sorts. More of this, more of that. Barbara Mora weighing in, and she says, it's the spirit that's touching the unaware person. There's no inhibitions, so the person is better to receive the touch of the spirits, where those that know there's a presence have inhibitions and couldn't feel the spirit's touch. Answer credited to my sister Cynthia. Yeah, it's a great take. I mean, again, I like the idea that the experiencer is more integral to it than just being a target. That they are somehow part of the process, because I think that's empowering, That to me is empowering, so. I'm hearing a clicking. Huh. Something over there is clicking on the table. Actually, I was sitting here a couple nights ago, maybe 3 nights ago, and I was sitting right here all alone. It was late. I was the only one up. And on that table next to me, a knock. True story. It was like, there it was. Gifted 5 portal memberships. Wow. I have a feeling Bad Boy is going to systematically make this entire chat room green. Crocker just got a gifted one, so very cool. Wow. I know, Bad Boy's just killing it. Man, that's amazing, brother. Thank you. Wizard Moon 13 was gifted a membership, so I hope you guys enjoy being members. And all right, I guess I was thinking about this. I wasn't going to announce it yet, but here's the thing. I really appreciate the memberships a lot, and I know personally on this channel I haven't given you guys a whole lot, other than with the desire to support the show. So I'm going to be doing something for the members of this channel in the very near future, in the next few weeks. I got to get through this next 2-week span, and then I'll start focusing on it. But I'm gonna work on putting together something for the members, because there's getting to be a lot of you, and I want to give you some reason to want to remain a member, other than, hey, well, I'm helping you out. I want to give you some return on that. That is special. So that's something I'm working on, because we now are in the 40s of members, which, a lot of channels, that's not a bunch, but it is here. It is here. So you do so much already. Thanks, Vegas. I appreciate that, brother. But I just feel like I want to make that mean something more than just having a green name and some emojis. I'm going to give you more. And it also will be where you can get the sneak peeks to the investigation videos, which I am putting together as quickly as I can. I've got 2 of them in production now. One is about halfway. The other one is just in my head. But I have all the footage. I just haven't assembled it all. But the first one is underway. And that will be available to members first for about a week. And then I'll open it up to everybody. So if you can't be a member, please don't feel like you're missing out. I will make sure that everybody has access to it, but I just want to make something, some special things for our members, like, early access to things, that kind of stuff. So, because you guys do so much, and I want to make it worth your while to do that. So thank you so much. All right. This has been the Discord question of the week. I just want to scroll quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. We're going to do shout outs here too. I just want to give some shout outs. So if you want a shout out, please type something in the chat, because you have to actually chat something in order for the participants list to populate. So if you're not currently chatting, oh man, Bad Boy, what the hell, dude? Woo. Is that now 15 tonight? Dude, that's incredible. Green, fourth color is the green team. Yeah, exactly. So, that's incredible. Awesome, brother. Thank you so much. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, so here we go. I guess that's, Vegas Dirt Pusher, you're now a member. So was Eric. He was gifted a membership. Very cool. It's like we're all hulking out in here. Hulk smash. Anyway, the green team. Yeah, it's all random. So, I mean, when those gifted memberships happen, it just happens. The system just distributes them out to people that are here. So we'll just keep an eye on it. But anyway, this has been the Discord question of the week. We're going to do some shout outs. So let's get to it. All right, I got to do this. Turn that off so I don't, if I go back to this screen, it doesn't pop off every time I pull it up. Let's go to this screen because this is where we're heading next. We're heading into research land. So let's see who's here. Giving you a few minutes to do some typing. Let's look at the participants. Man, there's a lot of you guys. Good. All right, Android Paranormal's in here. Bad Boy is in here. Chris Sirik is in here. Chucky Danger's here. Diana, how you guys doing? Thank you all for coming. Ed Ungarian is here. Elaine Clifford is here. Eric is here. Grumpy Owl is here. John Stevenson, Jordan Cogburn, Just Info Arsonist, K-Love is here. Lucky Gypsy 13 is here. Luna Moonicorn, Maggie M10, Michael Miller, and more of this, more of that is here. I'm here. RJ Windwalker's here. Rachel Gets It Right. Raw. Oh, somebody popped in. Who popped in? I didn't see it. I'm looking. Somebody popped in from up above. Where? Somewhere. I'm just looking. Stevenson, Jordan. Kirsten Leah, I think, just popped in. There you go. Okay. RJ Windwalker. Rachel Gets It Right. Raw Crocker's here. SoCal Squatcher's here. Sugar Bridges. I almost said sugar. Tara from Las Vegas is here. How you doing, Tara? Thanks for coming in. That's a new name to me. The Fourth Color, Vegas Dirt Butcher, and Wizard Moon 13. Did I miss Isaac? Areola came in. Good to see Isaac. Thank you for coming in, man. That's awesome. So I think I got everybody that said something. I'm going back to the chat. There we go. Live chat. There we go. Took a second to refresh, but if I missed anybody, I apologize, but I read all the names that were there. So great to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm surrounded by green and blue. Only a few specks of white left. That's incredible. That is just incredible. Okay, so we're going to get to some investigating now, folks. And again, for those of you that are sensitive to this, I understand if it's something you'd rather not to participate in. Vegas, thank you, man. Thank you. Super chat from Vegas Dirt Pusher. Thank you so much. And thank you again, Bad Boy. Wow. That's cool. These things are just, I'm gonna have to have 2 pages pretty quick for this, for all the thanks members. It's really incredible. And again, you know, I know some of you won't continue it, and that's okay. But thank you so much for doing this, Bad Boy. And for all of you, thank you, Vegas Dirt Pusher. I appreciate it. Giving is contagious. Yeah, amen, brother. It's just so humbling. My God. Hey, I reflect that remark. Lucky Gypsy. All right, here we go. So let's get up to this. What's up with the colors? Chris, that's members. YouTube members have a green name when they're signed up for a membership. And right now, Bad Boy's been gifting memberships. So that means people are getting a free 1-month membership to the channel, and which they then have the option of continuing if they choose or not. So, and again, I realize probably several of you won't continue, but thank you so much. And I hope to give you a reason to continue as we move forward. So if not, just because of the kindness of your heart. So anyway, let's get to the investigating. So if you just give me a moment, I have to turn some things on here. So I'm going to go to this camera so you don't have to see my body all over the place. I got to take off my headphones. So just bear with me as I get everything going. So let me do this. I also want to go to airplane mode on this because I'm going to set up the music box. I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi too, because that'll just make it everything's off. So my phone will not be communicating at all. And I'm going to go over here and get this all set up. So just bear with me as I pull this all together. Talk quietly amongst yourselves. All right. This can go here. This can go here. Let's turn this on. Let's unmute that. Turn on this. Oh, that's what's clicking. The reverb's been clicking. Okay, well, the reverb's going to be on and off. The ghost balls are already on. Let's do this. Okay. Let me see if that sound is on. Oops, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to be... Okay, that's not too bad. All right, let's do this. What is this? Is this it? Yeah. That might have been me. Don't trust it as I'm doing all this, because I'm bumping the table as I'm turning stuff on. And the app I'm using, for any of you that are interested, that I'm doing the voice stuff with, is called Spiritus. Spiritus, yeah. All right, let's go to...
All right.
Oh, that's the reverse. Okay, I'm going to put the reverb on here, the artificial reverb, because my regular reverb is tweaking. Okay. All right. That was loud. Okay. All right. So now the music box. Let me turn that down a little bit. The music box. Neat. I love the ghost setup. It sounds pretty decent on your YouTube chat. Yeah, it does. I mean, it works pretty good. So I got the music box set up on the phone on the screen as well. So if that triggers, you can see it happening in real time. Saturday, I left it here next to me, so you guys could never see it. But now if something happens, it'll be there. Oh, that's a lot of voices all at once. Wow. Let's speak with the head. Yeah. I guess we're gonna. All right. So, are there any spirits out there that would like to communicate with us? Last Saturday it came through. Yeah, I do. It was so powerful. I'm going to turn that down a little more. I guess I could let me do this. Okay. Tweaking it a little bit before you asked a question. I swear it just said, oh, really? Maybe. I didn't hear that. Android, I didn't hear that, but hopefully not. All right. Is there anyone that would like to communicate with us? This is your opportunity. If you're here and would like to communicate with us, please utilize the equipment on that table. Say dead. D again. We heard that a bunch last time too. How many of you are here with us? Did you say a bunch? We'd appreciate the opportunity to talk with someone. If you're here, could you please tell us your name? Anybody hearing a name yet? Almost sounded like a lot. Yeah, that's possible. Say why. Oh. Actually, I have my friend, fellow investigator, Dan Pruitt, to thank. He gave me this setup. I mean, I had the phone and stuff, but he gave me the speaker and the 2 pedals and told me the app that he uses. So I can't take a lot of credit for it. Actually, a lot of what I have is the kindness of other people, including all of you. Ooh, that was 2 voices. God, I gotta quit. I'm stomping on too much with my own voice. Can you tell me your name? That was interesting. I thought I heard Puff. 24-hour live stream. Yeah, I'd have to get plugins for everything if that was the case. Right now it's running on batteries. Everything you're seeing is running on battery. I would have to have everything wired to keep it going. And actually, my old phone, I'll show you on the screen. This is my old iPhone. It actually gets hot if it runs for too long. It gets really warm. So. Hello, are you there? If you're here with us, those little balls on the table next to all that equipment, if you touch them, they'll flash. The device on the stand, if you touch that or move towards it, it should make music play. So if you could trigger any of that, that would help to let us know that you're actually here. Can you make the music play by touching that phone that's on the stand? Or make those little balls flash. I'll demonstrate for you. Oh, that was me. Why isn't that working? Oh, there we go. So that's one of the balls flashing. If you touch them, they should flash. Either one of those. Or if you touch the phone, when I bumped it, it played music. You can do that as well. And that'll help us to see that you're here. Yeah, amen, Eric. I was doing prayers in here and holy water and everything before the show, along with sage and some frankincense to keep it tuned. Definitely don't miss being a bartender. I've never heard that before. What is your name? Can you please tell me your name? I can't understand that. Well, that was, I don't know. I don't know what it said. Did you hear that? Clara? Okay. For all they ask. How many are here? Two? Did you hear two?
Genesis.
That was a lot of voices. And again, these are the gender that you're hearing isn't this important because these are all a sound bank of just partial words, and they're recorded from many different sources. So might be some old movies from the 40s, might be some radio. These are just little segments of sound. So the gender you're hearing isn't as important as putting together words from what's being said. But the "yeah, I do" that we got last week was out of this world because that's not possible with this setup. It was the same voice for both "yeah, I do" with a pause in between. That's incomprehensible that that's came out of here. So I think that could literally have been a spirit's voice. Again, can you interact with that phone on the stand? It's a telephone, in case you're not familiar with it. And if you touch it or vibrate it, it will cause a song to play. You can trigger that. It won't harm you. Can you do that? Two. Okay. Yes, you heard two. Sunny. Caleb heard Sunny. Is there a Sunny here? Is someone named Sunny? Does it say leave? That was several words. We would love this chance to interact with you. No, Android. I've had strange things happening in this house since I moved in here many years before, or a year or so before I had a show even. This house has a history, but I had to do a lot to get it cleaned out, so to speak. And it's very peaceful now. So, and I'm very, very careful about protecting the space because this is my home. So I'm very, very diligent with cleansing, with prayers, with, several different modalities to keep the space clean from any negative. What is there a Sunny here? Or what is your name? That was two voices at the same time. That's also not supposed to be possible.
Dog.
Dog? You heard dog? Is there a dog here? I always kick myself because I start talking and then some really big thing comes through and I'm stomping on it.
I was walking.
That's a sound bite. I was That's 3 words, but it's come up many times, so I'm pretty sure it's part of the sound bank.
Again?
Yeah. No, I've I hear you, Vegas. I've experienced some real negative stuff in the past. And it's not something I talk about much because it was just a pretty long, hard journey. But it took a long time to get through that and to I don't want to say conquer, but to get myself, get my home cleared. And it's not this home; it was long ago, but there was something really dark. This is your opportunity to speak. Utilizing this equipment gives you a voice. Now again, that music box hasn't gone off at all.
No.
3.
3? You heard 3? So I'm going to say three numbers. Can you tell me the number that will follow? 5, 6, 7. What number follows 7? Can you tell me? No. Well, you don't have to. Count with me. 5, 6, 7. I heard an 8 under there. I don't know if it was 2 voices, but the 8 came through. Did you guys hear that, or is it just me? Clive Lewis from Ground Zero did a show with this type of ghost box and a legit crystal skull to contact the planet Trappist 1. It was wild. Huh. What number comes after 7? Can you tell me clearly? There's a lot of noise. I'm looking for the number that follows 7. It's got to be real clear. No, not hearing it. What number comes after 7? And again, we do that to try to differentiate from just the algorithm kind of noise and an intelligent response. What about counting backwards? 7, 6, 5. Sounds Sound like it's a chat app. What number comes before 5?
Look. No.
No.
Release.
Neg Jumpa. Yeah, I have Neg Jumpa here as well. My phone is new and having problems texting. Oh, sorry to hear that, Dave.
Only one.
Can we get a name? If there's a presence here with us, can you give us your name?
Sing along.
Or can you give us a clear indication that you're here by making one of those balls flash? Or that ghost box, the music box on the phone, if you touch it, it should play sounds. Let me demonstrate for you. Okay. If you interact with that phone on the stand, it'll create sound. This is your opportunity to be heard. Perhaps you've been stuck and you've been sitting in silence. Are you stuck?
Only one. Look.
Just gibberish so far, for the most part, I think. Did that say stuck? That sound like a little kid saying stuck.
This.
Brent, you should get a set of...
Now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Could be anything, though. I mean, I could say, what am I holding in my hand right now? Can you see what I'm holding? If you're really here, we need to know that you're actually here. Can you tell me what I'm holding? Can you see this object in my hand?
Tell me who.
Tell me. What is this object that I'm holding in my hand? Oops, I'm holding it off screen. We're looking for some kind of substantiation. We can't see you. And so we need you to tell. Can you tell me what I'm holding in my hand?
Carlo.
Which is
What is this item? Is anybody hearing any response that makes sense? Oh, hello, Georgette. What What is this item? We just need one word.
No.
Setting it.
Can you say what this item is in my hand? Please. I should be polite.
Then
Let's see. What else do I have? What about this item? Can you see what I'm holding in my hand now? Do you know what the name of this item is? This is your opportunity to share with us and to communicate with us in a way that we could hear you. But I need to know you're here. That's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you the name of this item. I am. What am I holding?
blue.
And for me.
Is there any spirits here that wish to communicate with us? This is your chance. If you're here, two voices again. The two voices shouldn't be happening. That is anomalous, but I don't know if it's an intelligent anomaly or if it's just an anomaly. Can you communicate with us, please? Then tell me what is this I'm holding in my hand? It's a very common tool. Is it possible you could tell me the name of this tool?
3.
Making the little balls light up on the table would be great proof too that you're here.
Only one.
We utilize these devices because we can't see you. We can't experience you in the same way, so we need you to show us that you're here. If you touch one of those little clear plastic balls on the table, it might light up. If you could move it a little bit or touch it. Or, the music box. I was going to say, or the music box app on that phone. If you interact with that phone, it could make sound as it just did. Thank you for doing that. There's also two little balls here next to me on the stand here. If you touch these, they will flash. You're welcome You're welcome to make these flash or the two on the table there. Or continue to make that phone make the song.
Well,
Do you know where you are? Do you know what the name of this area is? Perhaps the name of the state that we're in?
Kind of.
to the I
Two voices again. I'm looking for some kind of authentication that you're here. When you made the music play on that phone, that was good.
to meet.
But we need a lot of reassurance that you're here. Sound like help.
We again. Is someone here that wishes to communicate with us? Right.
You heard Android heard Idaho. Okay. Someone heard heaven. I heard something pass underneath. Okay. So Glade Screecher, a cough. You heard a cough? What is your name? Can you give us a name, please?
Does the paid compare?
Bill? That was two voices, one over the other, but it sounded like Bill or something like that. Very cool, Rachel.
That's all.
Or Android, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's a totally auditory experience, but there are visual cues as well. So hopefully one of the balls will flash, and that would be a great indicator.
Does the
This is your opportunity to talk. I imagine you're largely ignored by the living,
Screaming.
but we're trying to reach out to you. We're trying to make contact with you. Do you need help? If you need help, please flash one of those
in the
balls
south of
or make the music go off on that phone again by touching it. And again, it's kind of a conundrum. You have to spend time with the app to get used to what the normal sounds are versus anomalous sounds. They all sound really creepy. It really is sometimes hard to discern.
Chair.
Chair? Did you hear chair? Are you sitting in the chair?
say
You're welcome to sit in that chair.
If you're sitting in that chair, can you make that phone on the stand play music? If you touch it or interact with it, it should make a music box sound. It went off once.
Staring at.
Staring at?
Huh.
Huh. I'll do it. Make it. Standing it. Staring at. You guys are hearing a lot. You're hearing help. Okay. Sounded like stop it, woman. Huh? Did you just say huh? How old are you? How old are you? That was long. So, but it was very, very distant. Do you know that you're deceased?
Help.
Help. Before I heard the word dog. Is there a dog here?
You have?
That was a weird one. Two voices again. It's hard to know which one is the anomaly. Is it the female voice or was it the male voice on top of it? Can you make those little balls light up by touching them? Is it possible that you could do that for us to let us know you're here?
Maxim. How I have.
Music box.
And
I appreciate you making the music play in that phone on the stand.
now.
Can you do that again?
Huh?
I realize we're asking a lot of you, but we don't see you. We don't know that you're here unless you interact with these devices. Either the two balls on the table or the two balls here or the phone on the stand or talking through the devices that are running. Unfortunately, we have to rely on equipment. My dog's name was Xena. Xena, Xena, like the warrior princess.
No. Do it.
Are there more than 5 here or less? More or less? 5. It said 5. That came through clear. Okay.
I
All right. 5. I don't know. 5. Okay. 5. Again, 5. Awesome. Sorry, I didn't mean to clap. I don't want you to go. I want you to stay and communicate with us if you could, please. Of the 5 of you, can any of you move those little balls to make them flash? Are you able to do that? That's a weird voice. It's very distant. I've not heard that before. Except tonight. It's come up a few times tonight. If you could make those balls light up, that would definitely let us know you're with us. There's several to choose from. The 2 on the table or the 2 behind me here on this little table. What was the spirit's dog name? Did you have a dog? It sounded like I got shushed. Shh. Okay, I'm listening. What was your dog's name? Bill? Did you hear Bill? Is the dog's name Bill or your name Bill?
was.
No. Now.
Told me who.
That was a weird one.
One.
Very good.
Did you hear wolf? Woof? If there's a dog here, can you bark for us? Can you make your dog bark?
Now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you make it bark so we can hear it?
Move.
Bill or Bull?
I was walking.
Yeah, that's I was walk again. That's part of the algorithm, I guess. I think I'm going to turn on a second bank so we'll get backwards words and forward words. Segments.
I get.
So this will have both running. So those are reverse words.
Do it.
And again, the idea is to create a sound field that the spirits can manipulate into words. I only wish the reverb was working. We would like to know your name. It sounds creepy with the reversed one, but it's just reversed words. It's not. Oftentimes we attribute that with horror movies or whatever, but it's just, again, the idea is to create a field of sound. That's always creepy. The breathing part, yeah. They can speak backwards, Brent. Well, I mean, the samples you're hearing are not spirit voices. They're pre-recorded samples that are on a database in the application. So it's basically the application spits out random sounds, and the idea is to create a field of sound that, through a process called stochastic resonance, spirits can create words, much like white noise or spirit radios. They use the staticky white noise to create words. So the fact that there's whispering sounds and stuff, it's just part of the database. It's really not spirit voices in the traditional sense. But if you make words out of that, then that's potentially pretty good evidence. No, I've never heard of that. Just info. Do you have a name? Can you please share your name with us? Music box.
Right?
Oh, that was two. So I'm going to count. Help me count. I'm going to name 3 numbers, and you give me the next number. 4, 5, 6. Sound like 7. Can you clearly say the number that follows number 6?
Huh?
Huh? Do you know the name of this city that I'm in, the town that I'm in? Do you know the name?
Right.
Okay, I'm
Move.
gonna turn off the reverse one. That wasn't me making the music box go.
Lord. No.
Are you there?
In the south of to the front.
If you're here, could you please make one of those balls flash?
No. Hey.
Lord, lighthouse, longing.
I was walking. Toward the edge.
Can you make the spirit? Can you make the music box app play sounds? Can you do it right at this moment? It's not consistent enough. It's like very sporadic. So I turned on a different bank instead of the reverse speech one, and it seems more like a spirit radio kind of thing. But without the reverb. That was me, I think. I just sat down and it's so sensitive. Picks up vibrations like when I sat down. So. Please make one of those balls light up, if you would. If you can. It's almost too noisy. Turn it up. I'm going to stick with numbers. Number 3 seems to be the best one of the banks for me. Otherwise, it just gets too noisy, and I'm not really discerning as much. Is this easier to communicate through that one? No. We want the opportunity to talk with you. What the hell just happened? My headphones got all staticky for a second. Don't interact with my headphones. Interact with the equipment over there, if you would, please. If you could make the ball light up, that'd be great. Again, we're looking for evidence that there is actually a spiritual presence with us. And one of the ways you can do that is by touching one of those balls. It'll cause it to light up and flash lights. It won't hurt you. It's not going to harm you in any way, but it will give us an indicator that you're possibly here. One. Can you make that music box music play on that phone again by touching that phone? No. No. You don't have to, but it would certainly help because we aren't able to perceive you. Let me do this. Turn down the noise gate a little bit. Is there anyone here that wants to communicate with us? Super fun, fast hour to.
My name is Ella, and I'm 10
wow.
years old. I'm one of the millions of children born to parents suffering Sheeple virus.
Wow. Okay, I had to kill the network connection. I didn't realize we hit the 2-hour mark. Wow. Would a normal object next to the equipment draw someone to it, like a chess piece or a plastic dollar store flower? Perhaps. I mean, often people use trigger objects, things that might have been familiar to a spirit during their lifetime. But, I mean, I don't know. I got a screwdriver here. I got a pen. I got rocks and crystals and I don't know. The key is to, I guess, for me, and I'm no expert. I don't know if there is experts, but I try to
Again?
look for indicators. Like, what am I holding? What's the number that follows this number? Looking for direct response, and that's the hard part. Because it doesn't mean they're not here, but they just may not be cooperating, or they may not be interested in playing the games. But I mean, we really are at a disadvantage because we can't see and experience them as in their natural state. So we've got to ask for them to bridge that gap and help us understand. So we're going to be done pretty soon here. If there's any spirits that are here, this is among your last opportunity to make your presence known. If you could flash the ball, that would be great. If you could make the music box play the music song again on that telephone, that would be great. It's just this is the truth of paranormal investigating. When you're watching paranormal shows, a lot of them always have crazy stuff going on. And that to me is a real red flag, because that's just not real. This stuff isn't on a schedule. It's not on demand, and they're not always going to, quote unquote, perform for you. They may not be interested. I mean, they're just like you and I without skin. Be like, yeah, whatever. Leave me alone. So, some nights, last Saturday night was very exciting. There was a lot of stuff going on. Tonight, much quieter. And that's okay. That's just the real thing. Or maybe they don't have the energy right now. It's possible. Again, we make a lot of assumptions that spirits are at a deficit of energy, or they only have a little bit. I don't know that that's true or not. I just have no way of knowing. But it just seems to me that it's catching lightning in a jar. That's what paranormal investigating is. It's like, you might hit it right. You might get all kinds of things going on, and you might miss it completely. That was interesting. Having lived in several homes that have had activity, it's never constant. It's just ebbs and ebb and flow. It's like, I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's not on demand. These could very well be intelligent people that live their lives, and they just might not be in the mood. Might not be the day they want to talk, maybe, for whatever reasons. So all we can do is try. Again, I hope you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. I really enjoy doing it. Again, last Saturday was really exciting because we got a lot of stuff coming through, and it was very compelling. Tonight, less so. There's been some good things that happen. Music box went off several times. No lights. None of the balls activated tonight, and that's okay. And I think that actually authenticates when it does happen, because you can see that they're just not going off every time we put them out. It's rare that they do, but they do. And when it happens, it makes it really special. So, balls in the back did? Really? Did someone else see the balls in the back go off? I missed that completely. Thank you, Brent, and everyone. Yeah, but you're welcome, Caleb, of course. It's my pleasure. But could somebody else weigh in on this? Did you see the balls in the back go off? I'll have to watch back, I guess. Watch back the show. How long ago was that, John, that you saw that happen? Reach, I'll take care of it. Be safe out there. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Digger Dog. About half an hour ago. Okay. Did anybody else see them go off? I missed it completely. And not that I don't trust you, but it's just always, it surprises me. I missed it completely. I can't scroll back that far. So, dime a dozen. Grumpy Owl says, "What's a dime a dozen?" The Macarena. All right. Well, I guess we'll probably wrap it up here. I don't know. Been here for a very short time. Okay, Karen. Thank you. But I appreciate you guys being part of the journey. Thanks, Brent. Good night, everyone. Love you all. I'll see if I can find the stamps after the show. Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had no idea the one went off behind me, but that's great. That's fantastic. He said they did about 45 minutes ago. Okay. Well, I'll look back too. That must have been right around the time we.
I'm from the.
Okay. All right. Well, if there were any spirits here talking to us, thank you so much for communicating with us. We really appreciate it. God bless you and surround you in the divine love and light, and may you go in peace. And if you are not finding the light because you're stuck, I pray that the angels will bring you home. But that is going to conclude. That's me, I think. Yeah, that's me. All right. Let's close this out. Yeah, the phone's getting hot. All right. That's me again. Just turning stuff off. Okay. Well, all right, guys. I guess that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey. And hope you had a good time. And thank you for all the kindness and love, again, that you guys bring to the show and to me personally. It's absolutely inspiring. And it's, I mean, honestly, it's what really propels me to want to give you the best shows I can, because, you know, I don't ever want you guys to get bored. I don't want you ever to find another show. That's it. I want you to be here with me every time I go live. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Check out the podcasts. They come out every week, Monday. And we got a good one coming up. It's a gentleman who had one of the most famous experiences in the Bermuda Triangle, and he's researched this phenomena for decades. And just a fantastic guy. Published several books on the subject, and he was just a real gift to be able to talk to him. So that'll be on the next podcast episode coming out Monday. So watch for that if you would. And remember, I love you all. Be good, be kind, be nice. Please take care of each other. Help each other out. I know I'm just kind of spiraling off of this a little bit, but man, there's so much vitriol and anger right now. And I think it's so important now more than ever to spread the good vibes, spread the love, spread the caring, because there seems to be a lot of people that are really wound up tight. And I think the only way we unwind that is with compassion. So I hope you guys are doing that. I'm sure that you are. But find the magic every day and remember to laugh as much as you can. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. And then remember, there's going to be about a week and a half with no shows after that. But then I'll be back the following Wednesday. So Wednesday and then a week from Wednesday. I guess it's a week. Wednesday to Wednesday. In between there won't be any Friday, Saturday shows. Is that right? No. It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Wednesday. But I will do live streams when I can. So I'd love to have you guys ring the bell if you're not already rung it for notifications, because I don't know exactly when I'm going to do them, but I'll bring you into my experiences with me. It's nothing extraordinarily exciting or fun, but yeah, I would love to talk to you guys while I'm doing my thing and treat it like a vlog. So until next time, you all take care, and I will see you on Wednesday night. Don will be here again, and we'll dive back into another couple hours of the Paranormal Portal. So until then, enjoy the weather. Eat some ice cream. Have a good time. And I'll see you as soon as I can. Love you guys. Good night. Look at that member screen. Oh my God.